Saturday morning here, pull workout. I'm in the middle of my working sets on my bent over barbell rows. Back to the RPE based program. So today's a light day, so we're doing 10 to 15 reps, RPE of 10. So going to failure on higher reps, getting that good squeeze, full range of motion. It's gonna be a fun workout. I'm gonna mix it up after these rows, throw in some pull down variations, some cable work, just have some fun. So weight's down to 187 even. Conditioning is looking great. I'll take some pictures later today, but woke up looking crisp and shredded. So I'm feeling really optimistic about the conditioning going into the show. I think we're really gonna bring an awesome package. So posing routine's coming together. I've got a rough outline of the posing routine. And yeah, just feeling great. You know, things are really rocking and rolling now. I want to add real quick too that today's a milestone because I got onto the second to last loop on my belt, and that's typically when I know I'm close to good contest shape. Still got to come down a lot as far as leanness goes in conditioning, and my waist is tight enough to where I get to that point on my belt. I know that I'm on the right track. So a good omen today. Pull workout's all done. Now I'm getting ready to have my breakfast. Today's a refeed day. I'm not gonna do a cheat meal. I'm gonna do an actual refeed day of just a bunch of carbs all day long. Good complex carbs to really fill up the glycogen stores again. So just sitting down for breakfast. Let me show you what I got. So I've got 4 pieces of Pepperidge Farm low-fat bread. This is a wheat bread, and it's only 45 calories per slice. Like 16 or 12 grams of carbs each. So really low calorie. Makes you feel like you're eating a whole bunch of food though. Got half a cup of egg whites, 1 whole egg, 2 packets of reduced sugar, maple brown sugar oatmeal. So I really need this carb day. So I started off the pull workout super fired up and really went a little too hard, I think. So the energy level started to die about halfway, 3/4 of the way through. Strength started to drop, but still had an epic workout, had a lot of fun and really enjoyed it. So took progress pictures afterwards, and I'm super satisfied with how the conditioning's coming in. So everything's on a roll right now. So we're gonna get this much needed refeed in today and do some homework and some stuff around the house. It'll be a good weekend. So I'm about to have some lunch right now. I'm way behind schedule as far as eating goes. It's about 3:30 right now, and I've only had breakfast. I haven't eaten anything since. So I'm making myself some sandwiches now. I'm gonna show you what I got. So I've got 6 ounces of deli sliced oven roasted chicken breast. I like to use these whole wheat sandwich thins. I got some fresh cutting onions. Use this honey mustard because it is only 10 calories per serving. Throw a couple pickles on there, a little bit of lettuce, and then I'll put some wheat thins on the side. All right, it's about 6 o'clock right now. I'm gonna make dinner. It's a refeed day today, right? So I'm really craving pizza. You know, the daughter and I are both craving pizza, so I'm gonna make my own. I bought her hers. I'm gonna make my own. I'm gonna show you how I make a guilt-free pizza for my refeed day. So I've already started this here. I've got the ovens preheating. I've got the convection oven going, that's why it's so loud. But I'm using this mix here. Got my sauce. I got turkey pepperoni. I got reduced fat cheese. Now this crust makes 4 servings. 160 calories each, 33 grams of carbs. So it's gonna be quite the refeed, but all good stuff here, all healthy stuff. I mean, nothing, not really healthy, but all stuff that I can log and accurately track. Then I got my stoneware here I'm gonna cook it on. So I got my dough is mixed and it's just sitting, getting ready for my toppings. All right, here's our prepared product, getting ready to go in the oven. The Alarm just went off, it's all preheated, so we're ready to throw that in there. Ended up chopping up some fresh onions, putting that in there, using a little bit of garlic salt for some flavor too. We'll use 2 servings of the cheese, 1.5 servings of the sauce, 1 serving of the pepperonis. I'll show you. All right, fresh out of the oven, look at this. Oh yeah, look at that cheat meal right there. Not even a guilty cheat meal. We can fit this in, no problem. Barely even gonna go over the macros. We'll have to have another cheat meal after this to make up for it. All right, it's about 10 o'clock right now. I'm about ready to have my last meal of the day, which is what I got here. I got a basically all carb meal because I'm really falling short on my carb intakes. But there's supposed to be a big carb load day, and I just fell short. I just didn't meet my meals, spaced them out too long, and now I've run out of time. So I'm gonna cram in a bunch of carbs right now. So I'll show you what I got. So I've got 1 cup of Quaker oats. I've got 6 teaspoons of light brown sugar. I'm gonna have some caramel rice cakes, and then I got the little treat here, the mini eggs, which is my favorite Easter candy. So I'm gonna squeeze those in too. Now I know I'm probably really gonna regret this meal tomorrow because I always get super bloated and super full on oats, especially when I have more than 1 serving, more than half a cup. I just feel bloated for days. So I'm sure my weight's gonna spike up like 5 pounds tomorrow, but we'll see. I just doubled up on my digestive enzymes, so hopefully that helps. But it's really important to have this carb spike in your deficit to keep your hormones producing on track and to keep your body out of that starvation mode. 1 good refeed, 1 good carb spike a week is enough to keep your hormones producing as they should and to keep your metabolism from really tanking. So I try to be really strategic about this, and a good carb spike to really trigger those hormones it usually requires about double your dieting intake. So for me, that's about 500 grams to get there. And I don't know if I'm going to get there tonight. I'm going to try. I'll get close. I really try to just boost up the carbs, keep the fats the same, and then even sometimes slightly reduce protein in order to get even more carbs in. So my protein intake's only been about 140, 150 grams today. Hopefully I can get my carbs close to 500. Fats will stay right around 60 is the plan. But I'll show you how the macros land at the end of the night. So I'm going to plow down this meal and we'll see how we feel, if we can get any more food in tonight, and then what our weight looks like tomorrow. All right, Sunday morning, post refeed day. So let me show you where my macros wound up and where my weight ended up. So here are my macros down here on the bottom. So I ended up at 2,800 calories. I got in 432 grams of carbs, kept my fat pretty close to my target. Protein was only about 150, which is fine because the carbs were high. So as you can see, I didn't hit my target of about 500. Now switching over to my body weight tracker, you can see this is today right here. Came in at 189 pounds, so I came up 2 pounds based on the refeed day with the high carbs, which is fine. It's to be expected with all the excess water weight that those carbs pull in. I warned you about that oatmeal, right? But you can see my weight was still good. I still lost just about 1 pound for the week, and I've been right on track. So yellow is less than 2 pounds, green is 2 to half a pound. So I've been right on track here through now at the close of the 5th week. So again, I woke up super bloated from that oatmeal and those carbs. I had to get soap and water to even take my wedding ring off to lift, because I was so bloated. And the belt loop, my contest belt loop was not going to happen today because I'm just so full of the excess water and glycogen. But I had a ton of energy, ton of strength going into the leg workout, which is great. But I'm hoping that since I didn't quite get to the 500, that 189 body weight will come back down. I already don't feel as bloated. This morning I worked out already, did legs this morning and had a light breakfast. So it should be coming back down already. But it's necessary to keep the CNS going, keep the hormones going. So that was a good example of a not quite a typical refeed because I fell a little bit short, but how I do my refeed days.